Learning hybrid photography, one day at a time.
Become a smarter photographer every day at discovermirrorless.com.
It's free and phone and tablet friendly.
Hey there, it's Rob Knight again for discovermirrorless.com, and I wanted to finish up my series on using Lightroom and ProShow Web to create hybrid eProducts or escapes that you're not going to be building with an eTemplate. So my previous two videos showed you how to edit video and get the video to match your still photography, and then how to use Lightroom and the ProShow Web plugin along with export plugins to get your photos and video into ProShow Web. So here I am, I'm signed into ProShow Web via my web browser. I'm on a Mac here. This would work the same way on a PC. So my most recent uploads are going to be this guy right here, this unfinished slideshow. And I'm going to double click on it, and there's my still frames and my videos that I've previously uploaded, and I've got everything in the order that I want to do it in. Now it's important, since we're going to add music over top of this slideshow, to mute the sound on all the video tracks. Okay, so all you have to do is click once on the video and click the mute button, and I've already done that here. My next step is to pick a theme for my show here, and I usually start with all the standards. Something like birthday or candlelight, something like that, might have transitions and effects that don't necessarily apply to landscape or travel photography. All the standards is a good one. These classic templates, clean and simple, works pretty good, but I find that all the standards has the basic transitions and effects that you want, plus it has some kind of neat things that it'll throw in there that you probably wouldn't pick, and certainly I wouldn't pick, but that actually look cool with some of my images and my videos. So I'm going to use the standards, and basically what I'm going to do is let ProShow build my show for me, and I'm going to see what it does. Okay, we can go through and choose manually what the effects are for each one of these frames. We just go down here where it says drag and drop effects, and here's all of these effects and transitions, and I mean there are so many choices that I mean it would take you 2 hours just to put this show together. So I let ProShow Web do the choosing for me, and then I go change things if something doesn't come out quite right. Sometimes there's a sort of a Tinkerbell effect that it puts on that doesn't go quite well with pictures of mountains, for example. But for now, I'm going to let ProShow decide and go to the Music tab. And all you have to do is go down here, and again, thousands of options. Okay, you can hit the little play button here and preview a song. Okay, and when you find something that you like, basically you just click it and drag it up here. Okay, and it tells you how long the song is. This one in particular is 2 minutes and 28 seconds, which is longer than we want our show to be, but that's okay because it'll just fade out at the end. I'm going to pick that one and go to the Details tab. Now I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call this one Toccoa Morning. Actually, I'm going to call it Toccoa Morning 2 because I've already created that one. Now, as far as the mood goes, ProShow Web, from my experience, will try to match your slideshow to the song that you pick. So in this case, it'll make this slideshow 2 minutes and 38 seconds, which will be way too long, and the slides will be 15 seconds long each, and we don't want that. So I'm going to use custom, and I usually go about halfway to high energy because that keeps my slides nice and short. That keeps my still frames at about, I'd say, 4 to 5 seconds. And then a transition, and then I try to keep my video clips in that sort of 6 to 10 second range to allow for the transition on either end to take up some of that space. What this link back is, it gives you a little tab at the end of your video that says, for example, for more hybrid photography, click on robknightphotography.com, and you can put a URL there. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't go with the show if you export it to YouTube. It only works if you are presenting the show from the ProShow Web website. So I usually don't bother with that. So that's really all there is to it. I'm going to click the Watch tab and click Build My Video. And this will take a few minutes. It renders your video, it renders your still frames, it renders all the transitions and the effects, and gives you your finished show. Through the magic of television, the slideshow is all finished here and ready to go. But rather than play it here, I'm just going to put a link in the comments so you can go watch the finished slideshow at your leisure. I do want to switch over to the Imagery tab and show you that now ProShow has added the effects and the transitions, and you can see this is backdrop, light, zoom out, rotate. So once you play the show, you can see what that looks like and how that works. And if you don't like it, you simply go down here to drag and drop effects and drag another effect and it'll replace it. Using eTemplates to auto-edit your hybrid eProducts is the easiest way to go, but I think the next easiest way to go is by using Lightroom and ProShow Web. As you can see in these 3 videos, it's a really easy workflow. I think the 3 videos together are barely 25-30 minutes long, and that's the whole process all the way through, with me throwing in my philosophy bits and tips along with it. So the actual process, I can put together something like this inside of 15 minutes and let ProShow build my Escape for me, and I'm ready to go. And from there I can download it to YouTube or download it to my computer and further edit it using Photodex's other software like ProShow Producer, or I can use this as a starting point and put a piece together in Premiere or Final Cut Pro or something like that. So I think it's great. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you next time.
Learning hybrid photography, one day at a time.
Become a smarter photographer every day at discovermirrorless.com.
It's free and phone and tablet friendly.